Good morning, sunshines, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for tuning in. For all the new people, welcome. Welcome to the channel. And just so you know, my name is Lakeisha. I garden in Massachusetts in zone 6B. And so I've been working to create a garden space that is peaceful, that is beautiful, that just brings me such joy. So I hope it brings you joy too. Okay, it's a bit windy here. I'm watching. The phone is shaking, but hopefully it doesn't fall on us again. That typically happens around here. So what we're going to work on today is in front of this shed. All right. And so wait, before I move on, have you subscribed? Did you hit the like button? Do those things, and when it's all over, don't forget to comment. I promise I'll talk back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna decorate the front of this shed. As you all know, I took the awning off that was up here, and what it was looking like in the beginning. I have this little table set here that I'm going to relocate, and what I want to do this year is I want to have flowers. Typically I have just one or two pots, but I want the whole space to be full of pots. And my girls have a request. They said, Mom, can you please add color? And so when it comes to potting, and so we're going to work on that because I am a black girl. I'm black, of course, but I like the color black is one of my favorite colors. And so I have black pots. So we're going to try to incorporate some colorful pots, some black pots, and some terracotta pots. And so let's take a look at the plants that I have to put in these pots. Let's take a look at the soil, what I'm going to do about the soil. And then I have over here some bricks that I'm going to try to use to help design, and let me just show you all. So as you all know, I've been hoarding plants, overwintered plants and things like that. I've also been growing tons of plants from seed. And so those are the plants I'm going to try to incorporate. I'm also going to be using soil from when I see things don't make it, I just keep the soil, toss the plant. So for instance, these right here, these pencil, what are they? Sky pencil, hollies, I think. The goats got after those, and I thought they were alive, but I'm convinced that they're dead. And so we're going to get rid of the plant, and we're going to go ahead and just use the soil. I want to incorporate this beautiful rose that I had got. It rained a lot, so I want to incorporate this rose. Isn't that super pretty? That is so pretty. I want to incorporate possibly these bushes right here. What are these called? These are a type of spruce, Alberta spruce. I know they will not be in those pots for long, forever, or anything like that. I purchased a lot of these shrubs, like I told you all before, in trees because of a different project I was going to do, but that's on hold until we move the goats because the goats will eat them. We have petunias to incorporate that we grew from seed. We have our coleus that we grew from seed. We also have, I want to incorporate lemon balm that we grew from seeds, spearmint, and peppermint. So these I want to incorporate in the design as well. I want to incorporate, this is just here, I'm not sure, I may or may not incorporate that. This right here is our gladiolus. I want to incorporate those and get them in pots. So remember when I planted up the gladiolus, I had purchased some bulbs from, I believe Lowe's, and I purchased some from the Dollar Tree. And so these are the ones from Lowe's. These are the ones from Dollar Tree. Absolutely nothing. I'm still going to put them in the same pot just in case they become of something, because that has happened. I also have lost this, and I kept it inside over winter, and it was doing good. I brought it outside. We dropped down to like 28 degrees. It was struggling when it was inside too, I will admit, but I believe this is gone for sure. I mean, I didn't do the scratch test, but let's do it together. Oh, yeah, I don't see any green. I I really scratched in it too. So we're going to take the soil from this and we're going to discard this. This was I will not buy one of these again. This was a Eugenia. Let me not say that because I might. It was a Eugenia topiary tree, and it was cute, but it doesn't like our weather. So isn't this sedum beautiful? I'll probably leave this pot on this table. Okay, what else are we incorporating? And so here are all our pots. Remember I broke the bird bath? Well, I did it, but it succumbed to the freeze. So we're gonna go ahead. I found a little flower pot that sits right in there, and I think it will be so cute. I'm gonna incorporate this somehow. These right here are white Gilia that I'm gonna incorporate. Let me see if there's a tag. They're ready to bloom. This will not be forever, but this is what we're gonna incorporate. This right here, and these are the blooms. Super pretty. The other thing, we already have these, what are these? Oh my gosh, why can't I can't think of the shrub. I don't know why. Boxwood. We already have these boxwood in here, so we'll keep those. We'll incorporate these. The rhododendron, I'm thinking about pulling, but I don't know. I'm going to see, because I did like the rhododendron in there, and the color that the leaves, when they turn that like dark purple, so we'll see. We have some decor, and then we have all these terracotta pots. A lot of these terracotta pots I grew mint and things like that in. They didn't come back, and I think it's because I put them in the shed and I didn't water them all winter, maybe once or twice. So these terracotta pots can't stay out. So if I do decide to incorporate some of our like lemon balm and stuff like that, what I'm going to do is just transplant it into a container that can stay outside over the winter, because these have to go inside over the winter. I do have some hanging baskets. I have to figure out why this is filled with water, both of them. My husband and son, they didn't take both of them, but you know, they're my help. They hung up the hooks for me, and then I was able to also put my wind chime here, and so I have this whole space. What else do we have? We have these colorful parts I want to incorporate. What I will say about your pots, make sure they have holes at the bottom for drainage. And sometimes, even though they have the two holes, you might have to add. So this pot had holes, but I noticed the soil was really, really wet. And so I went ahead and added more holes to it. I also have these little benches that I'm going to try to incorporate. We picked them up at the thrift store over the winter. And then I have two more pots over here that has the same thing. This one actually bloomed already. So all the blooms are faded. I don't know. They didn't bloom at the same time. I had mums inside here. As you can see, they're growing back. I might just leave them. And I have some sedum in there too. And then there's another boxwood. And so the other plants we're going to finally incorporate too are going to be the pansies. We're going to get the pansies in here as well. And then right here, I have this little cute little, I don't know, thing, but I sit flower pots in here. And so we're going to put some flowers in there too. And so these are the center blocks. This is not a center block. This is a waterer for the chickens. We'll sit that to the side. But these center blocks, I want to use them for height, to put some of the plants up high, but I want to make sure that I'm able to cover them. And so we're going to do that, use these center blocks, because when it comes to the terracotta pots, and as you all can see me keep saying like it's windy, I don't want them to fall, and I don't want them to fall off these tables. So I'm going to figure out if I'm going to incorporate the tables, how. So I guess there's a little bit of yellow in there. For soil, what I will be using is I'm going to be using all the soil from planters that are not making it, like these. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using this planter this year, and these strawberries didn't come back, so we're going to toss those. And then I have this potting mix right here. I'm going to use that potting mix, and then as we go, and you probably will see me mixing and matching, I have this soil right here too. Sometimes I incorporate leaves. I don't think I'm going to incorporate the leaves. I may or may not. We'll see. But we have to find ways. Potting soil, look. But as I'm looking around, I don't I have a lot of soil in these pots. There's just a few that are fully empty. Now that I think about it, it's not that many that are fully empty. And so yeah, I might not have to touch that soil over there. So let's get started. I figured I would do placement of everything first before, like, some of them have soil in them, but before actually planting, because these things are heavy. So let's do that. I have to figure out the hanging baskets, but let's get the bricks in place. I have an idea in my mind, but we'll see what we come up with. So of course there was not a drainage hole. And so I thought it was like a self-watering, but it wasn't. It needed to have, so I went ahead and put 2 holes in there for those. And now we can get these hung back up for now until we figure out the placement of, there we go, the placement of these bricks. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get everything leveled after I figure out how I want everything. That won't work because I'm putting something tall in these. Okay. But the little ones might work. And I'll have to like balance them on the rocks and stuff. Okay. I don't know, this, because of what I'm putting in there, it's gonna be tall, so it's gonna, that Wigelia is gonna get tall. So this needs to go to the back. I may have to get rid of one of these black pots. I don't know, let me keep at it. I honestly think I'm gonna have to get rid of, I don't know, because of what I want to put in those pots. I want to put the Wigelias in those. I don't know, it might look okay. Okay, leave it. So far, I'm liking this. I have to figure out if I'm going to use those black. Actually, let me see. Like I said, I want this space, everything, like I've been saying, I want it to be, like packed. So the same thing. This is why I'm putting all the pots. Okay, I kind of like, now this pot's heavy. These 2 pots are heavy. I want to keep moving these. I'm not going to give up. Well, of course I'm not. Okay, let me back up. Okay, I don't think that's a bad combo at all. My plan is to like have the terracotta pots all lined kind of in the back. That's my plan. I hope you're seeing the vision. I hope you're seeing the vision. See, and I don't want my terracotta plots to fall. So, but I'm liking it. Okay. Let's keep going. See if I have enough. Kind of center that one. I think this one looks more like that one. Kind of center that one. Center that one. Actually move this to the side. There's going to be a buildup. We have these little babies. Okay. So, wait, I have an idea. Okay, what I'm thinking is this little thing can go back here. Okay. Maybe one of these tables. I have to hold this down. Oh, but I don't want to see the bricks. Ah, that's the problem. Okay. Rethink. Start all over. I'm liking that layout. What y'all think? I think once the plants get in, it's going to show off. I also have that black pot that, okay, think. I also have a black pot that the tree's in that I can use over here in this space too. So the tree is out. Because what I'm thinking is I can take, these are not the best looking pots for me either. But what I'm thinking is I can take, we'll have a trio of black pots with the black boxwoods because I can take the boxwood out of that. These are not the best looking pots. So I don't know if I want to switch them, but I feel like kind of switching. Switching them? I don't know. I mean, they're not the worst looking either, but when I put them up there, I think I put it on more display. Those are just plastic pots with the terracotta kind of look. That one doesn't look bad there because it's like behind that. I can always do like staircases. Kind of keep this one here. And maybe we won't incorporate this particular one. We can put that somewhere else. Y'all, I'm digging it. I really am. I really, really am. Okay, this is cool. I'm gonna fix the bricks. I need to fix those bricks over there to kind of level them. I'm gonna get these planters filled with soil. I'm gonna be using this today. I'm out of plant tone. I have like a little bit left, but I'm saving it. but I picked this up. It's called Rejuvenate Plant Food. I actually bought the tomato and vegetable one and used it in all my veggie garden beds. This one is all purpose and it's for plants and all the things. So we're going to use this today. So I went ahead and gathered all of the pots with the soil that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to like move the rocks if I can and kind of level the pots from under them. That might make a difference. Okay. Perfect. Now let's just and we'll compost these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this. I have to lift these boxwoods up some because they sunk. So all right, so let's go ahead and place these plants. The wind keeps blowing the camera, so I don't know. So we're going to put the boxwoods back here. Before we plant them up, I'm just going to sit the plants here. That boxwood would go there. I already know that I want the gladiolus and these pots right here. And then we'll underplant with the I don't know what he's barking at. We'll underplant with the pansies and things. Petunias I want to put in the hanging baskets because the hanging baskets get a lot of sun because they're up higher, and I know that they will love that. We know where we want. I know what pot I want these in. Y'all have been thinking about this. And I hit myself in the face. Okay. All right. And these I'm just going to dapple. Yeah. Actually, I might switch that out because my rose. Oh, my rose can go right here because it's not the forever home for the rose. Okay. Let's see. And then these little planters all can get either petunias or pansies. Oh, coleus. There's so much stuff to go around. I'm trying to debate whether I want my rose there or I want my rose in the bigger pot. I'm gonna step back. I think I don't like that already though. Too many boxwood type of things. Actually, that breaks up the boxwood and gives it a different look. I'm gonna leave that and I'm gonna put the rose in a bigger pot up there, and hopefully the rose will go tall by the window. If not, you all see I still have room for a window box if I want a window box. How cool is that? We have our peppermint, our lemon balm, and what is this in my hand? Oh, this one is the lemon balm. We'll put those in there. And then I have one little planter down there that I did find a sedum. These are the Dollar Tree gladiola balls that I'm going to just put in there. And then everything else will be planted up with paint. I think that's going to be so pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead. I'm going to sprinkle everything with this, and I'm just going to get everything planted up. Y'all, this looks good to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But this variegated sedum I found that I think I had in one of those things last year. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to stick it in something, and then maybe we'll put a petunia in each one of those little pots up there. I'm digging it. I think I have a place for one of these benches too. Okay, let me get to planting. Okay, right now. So here's where we are so far. I'm really loving it. I have not underplanted. I have to get everything watered in. Gotta level some pots. As I look at them, I keep maneuvering them. I was running from a few bees, but I really love it. I'm gonna start underplanting. Underplant these. The Wigilias are not getting underplanted, and neither are these little spruces. I do have to take the tags off. So it's quite a bit warm. The sun is really beating over here right now. It does get shade over here, but the sun is beating me up a little bit. I'm going to be well tanned. And I'm talking to you all and taking a break at the same time. This is some back-breaking work. Listen. I'm trying to get it all done, but I think I can accomplish that today. The only thing that I'm not going to probably accomplish is these hanging baskets. The petunias, we'll do those in another video when we plant up some other things. So I'm going to leave the hanging baskets and that little thing over there for another day or later today. But for now, let's underplant. Let's underplant these things. Bring you all in for a close-up so we could be done. Okay, so here's a close-up. Here is a close-up. come back and hang the petunias. I'm gonna go around and take the tags off of everything, water everything in, but this is where like I tuck some pansies in, and as you can see back there, I tuck the coleus towards the back, tuck some pansies in around here. I'm gonna add some more soil to this one. I think it's gonna be absolutely pretty. Gotta take all these tags off. I'm gonna clean everything up and water it all in. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm always so over ambitious, I guess. I want to get it all done. But anyways, we're going to get those pots hung and that taken care of. Let me stop repeating myself. So with that being said, gonna get everything watered in and remember all the things I'm supposed to do. It's gonna be beautiful. It's looking nice. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Please do, because I'm going to talk back. If you haven't done any of those things, please consider. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, blessings. Bye.